Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm actually on my way back over to the farm because we have a cold snap and there's an older couple that comes to bingo at the fire hall that needs some firewood, so I'm gonna get them some of what I have over there, which will be nice to kind of get some space in there because we're going to be cutting a lot of dead ash trees and some other ones down that need to be cut down because they're dead and there ain't no saving them. So the reason for this video is I actually just got food and I was kind of searching through Facebook a little bit, and there was an article about a car versus tractor accident in Kansas, if I remember correctly. And I'm sure there's plenty of videos out there about it, you know, farm safety and everything like that. But the reason why I want to cover it is because, like, for one, in my area of Pennsylvania, the gas industry is out here and there's a lot of big truck traffic. We have water trucks, sand trucks constantly going, and even on my road, because there you got one or two wells going on up there. But you know, traveling on roads with tractors is always dangerous no matter where you're at. And I've watched a video, or a few videos I should say, where you know, about having the orange triangles on there and so on and so forth. And one thing that all my tractors are going to have them right now. Only the 656 does, but the other ones will be getting the orange triangles. But there's also, on a lot of tractors, on the fenders, they have these orange flasher lights, which I did buy some for the 656. I just had to get them on there and figure out how to get that setup going on there. And I'm also planning on putting them on the Massey Ferguson, as that has flat top fenders as well. But if I can figure out how to put them on the Oliver and the Super H, which they have the clamshell style fenders, I will figure it out one way or another. But I doubt they're going to see much of road travel, especially being over at the farm, because there'll be more dirt road travel than anything. But I do believe that the Massey Ferguson and the 656 will see more paved road travel over all of them. But you can't always bank on the fact that the people in vehicles, cars, trucks, tractor trailers, etc., are always paying attention, because let's face it, guys, the generations are getting dumber as they come, and people are on cell phones and stuff like that, not paying attention. I mean, I'm sure there's different outlooks as far as, like, people who have their phone on speakerphone and they're like holding them down from them, but yet they're still watching the road. Yeah, I could see it being a distraction of a sort, but not like when people are texting and stuff of that nature. But, and people in cars, if you're in an area where you know there's farm traffic, good Lord, pay attention, because them tractors, they don't go as fast as cars. Depending on the speed limit, they can. But I mean, you get into like your 55 mile an hour range and stuff like that. I don't know what new tractors can do speed wise, but I know, like, the older ones, I think, like the 656, I know goes up around 20 miles an hour, and that's at road gear full throttle. But you know, they're out there tending to their cattle, livestock, their crops, and they got to get home too. Their lives matter just as much as anybody else's, and you got to keep an eye out for them, because you come in collision with them and it's going to be nasty. And I was actually surprised to read in that article that the operator of the tractor, which was an 18-year-old kid taking it to a farm days thing at his high school, and he suffered minor injuries and was treated at the scene, whereas the driver of the car had suffered some pretty good injuries, and ultimately he passed away to his injuries. I didn't read too much of the article because once the food got done, wanted to get going, because now that my vacation stretch has started, I'm kind of utilizing it to get stuff done I can't do normally. So you got to watch out for farm equipment out there, guys, and always display them triangles if you do much in the way of road travel, at least them anyway. But and it's always good to educate people, at least attempt to educate them, because I know that a lot of people don't pay attention, and they're like, yeah, okay, whatever, so on and so forth. And then it's usually people that are like that usually end up causing the accidents because they're not smart enough to pay attention. It sucks how fast-paced life has become, which I'm sure everybody knows that by now, but and being in the fire department, I've seen plenty of accidents that involve people who weren't paying attention. I'll give you a good example actually on that one. It wasn't farm related. Well, in a sense it kind of was, I guess. But back when I was married, we had... Actually, no, that's a lie. That was actually before we got married. So me and my ex-wife were just dating at the time. And we had an apartment the next road over from her parents' place, which they have a small miniature horse farm over there. But somebody who had definitely been drinking, you can tell just by the way they were acting, and big time by the smell. Her parents' place was like literally, their house was at a T intersection. It was a dirt road, and their house was on the one side. Their main barn was on the one corner of the T, and then there was like a small, I guess it's what used to be a milk house over there, but they had used it because they had that little field on the other side fenced off for summertime for some of the miniature horses as well, and they used the milk house for them to go in whenever they wanted. Well, this guy was coming down from the one end and was attempting to make the turn, and he had to have been traveling pretty good, because if you guys know the old milk houses, they were made of cinder blocks, pretty tough things. Well, he went to make the turn, and like I said, he was going pretty quick, skid across the gravel on the dirt road and slammed right into it and destroyed the one wall completely, and started crumpling the far wall. It's like, it's not worth it to consume alcohol and then go driving around. I personally don't drink. I mean, special occasions once in a while, but that's only if I know I'm not going anywhere or don't have to. But getting a little off topic, I guess. But yeah, just be careful on the road, guys. Like I said, don't assume that people in vehicles are paying attention. So I will catch you guys on the next video, and I hope you all have a good week and stay warm out there.